We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Arizona Cardinals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Take it in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete to D.K. Metcalf. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. D.K. Metcalf. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
That's good for a Cardinal.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Cardinals had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll go with Andrew Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Jackson. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Hey, Alvis, what?
They're going for it with Dobbins. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Easy. Hey.
Now Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 2nd down and 6.
Hey.
Murray now being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. credit that sack to Travis Jones. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head. One.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson now. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, a 22.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Dobbins will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Shotgun now for Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Throwing on first down is Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Murray now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick-6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson on 1st down. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That pass caught. It's Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 28 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of...
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Travis Jones. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Second down and goal. Murray toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. Oh, clock running as he's brought down, but now you can't spike it. It's fourth down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Take it in at the 3. And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. Jackson Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Murray going to throw. Touchdown, Cardinals! Trey McBride, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit for that sack goes to Cameron Thomas.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw. And this is caught by Williams. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Again, Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he will have a Ravens 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A give. Dobbins trying the right side. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. Oh, good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something. And now here is another interception. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That interception, maybe the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 41. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers have to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. Throwing now is Murray. And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Cardinals 14. Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Murray now on first down. That pass complete to Moore. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
From the 44, Murray. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that,
you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he will have a Ravens first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Catch made at the 16-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Hey! Yo.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they'll indeed take a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Baltimore, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road game next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.